Let's go, let's go.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 30 on second down, Winston, and the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Buying time to his left. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in. And now it's second down.
Ready? 280. Bring it. Here we go.
Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On third down, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Switch. Check. Check hot route.
On second down, it's Jacobs. He's got the first down and more past midfield. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you put some doubt in their minds.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Ready?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and a couple. Carr escaping the pressure right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll run with Lindsey. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 37. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 37-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Maurice Hurst in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever.
Let's go one more. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
From the gun, Winston. Open man here is Hamilton. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. On first down, it's Jacobs. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Right, Eddie? Check.
Running the toss here to Jacobs. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A good pickup there, a 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Carr now on 1st down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Shady weapon. Hey, even. Hey, check 24.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver 1st.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Throwing, Winston. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
To try again after the sack. Winston, and a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
22. Wait. He don't know no better.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. A 1st down throw for Winston. Thomas has got it, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Check the backer, check the backer. 3-17.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going with Lindsey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Now, pass complete here to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Jameis now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
You got 3 down.
Tight dog.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He gets it to Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Mike 55.
To throw, Winston. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay,
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
Hey, you got 3 down.
Now Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Now, 180. 180. We're good. 180.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Sponge. Hold on.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Hey, stop.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
24 is the mic. Hey, watch the slant.
Sonny.
Watch the slant. Check 13. He's coming.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A very solid gain of 27.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Looking to throw on second down. Carr got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Carr to throw. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. So my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 24 is the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Jameis now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You're going to see me in your nightmares. Shift. Check safety. Hey, 55 on the 50.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
55, Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Go, 55, Mike, guys, 55. Let him go.
Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. On first down, it's Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Here's Carr, rolling to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for two. Following the interception, Winston. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
56.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
47's the mic. Hey, me and you all day. Who's playing C? Coming after you. 29. Check nickel.
Carr to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Oh, nice move. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And they'll get him down right around the 16. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll run it with Jacobs. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Broncos take over first and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Oakland, the win form is number 6 on the year, and they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year, and they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,